Ahum, and thank you for joining everyone. Today we are going to talk about light bodies. What is a light body? And, what makes up a light body? We're going to talk about the Merkaba. We're going to talk about our rainbow bodies. We're going to talk about how how all this information turns into or transforms into ascension of that light body that we're going to learn about today. And we're going to talk about the experiences that we have in and out of our light bodies and how important it is to have a light body. Okay. Um, we're going to talk about a little bit of the past and how it pertains to what's happening now in this growing consciousness. Um, and we're going to learn about activating your light body and why it's so important. Foods, meditation, music, certain frequencies that would be just right for you to participate with. Why laughter is so important. Um, why there needs to be a certain amount of sunshine in your body. We're not made to be inside all the time, and yet we find ourselves that we are. We're going to have a meditation, sorry, for our light bodies. It's going to be very simple because I think that the simpler we make it after so much information is being provided to you in this workshop, you're going to want to have a meditation for that light body. And because here's where you're going to understand that love is the fuel for your light body. It's love. Okay. It's very important for you to know that. Very important for you to know what rainbow bodies are. We use that all the time in our shamanic path, but it's very important to understand that that is also part of our ascension. We're at a point right now where we are really super hungry for more information. We're getting intuitive thoughts, intuitive messages in our dreams. We're seeing things in different dimensions because we are all ascending. Therefore, what was not visible is now, but you have to always check yourself, make sure that, yes, this is what I am seeing, and um, ask people, why am I seeing this? Is this real? Is this not real? So let's, as this reality continues its evolution, and I don't know about you guys, but from back then to now, we're going at light speed as it is. We don't really realize it because we're inside our own universe, going through the trials and tribulations, paying attention to the lower frequency, which helps us lose time. But then all of a sudden, when we pick up speed, that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, and we are feeding our light bodies with this love that I talked about, then all of a sudden everything goes so fast. And then of course, being the the humans that we are, we get concerned and we back off a little bit. And then we go back inside ourselves because we're trying to figure out, ooh, this was going a little too fast, wasn't it? Because fear, we have fear. We've been conditioned with fear. We've grown up with fear. Don't get wet. outside. Don't get rained on. Don't get this. Don't get that. You know, we've always been told that, yet we're supposed to get rained on. We're supposed to go outside. Those are lots of different understandings that you're going to find yourselves, that you're going to start understanding and bringing into your human experience, because this is a human experience. This is all, this is it. This is it. This is all it is. It's a human experience. What we're learning here is what we have to do in order to ascend. That's the gist of everything. We're learning what we have to do here to ascend the meat suit, right? Correct. So I want you to take a deep breath before we begin, because I'm going to do a brief introduction about what a light body is. Take a deep breath. I want you to open up your mind. And this is a series of videos that we're going to put together, that I'm putting together, so that you guys understand what we're talking about here. And I want you to go slow, because you've been going this slow all this time. If we're still here on this earth, some of us are here to teach, to get you out and back into the ascension process, wake you up and help you. And some of us are here because we need the stimulus that people like I bring and other people in our group. What is a light body? Well, think of your light body as this little train. Okay, it's a train with lots of little cabooses and stuff, right? Lots of little pieces, but it's a train. Think of it as a train, right? And this little train that is filled with all these little conditions, those are the little carts, right? The condition to fear, condition to self-loathe, the condition to not believe in anything because, oh wait, there can't be anything else out there. That's a condition. That is for you to do what? Not seek what is there for you in the first place. So you have all these conditions that you go through, and these are all the little cards. The idea is for you to let go of all those little cards and make yourself lighter, right? Okay. So here's your little here's your little train with all these extra heavy little carts. I guess I can call them little carts. I don't know, what do they call those train things? Trailers? I don't know, whatever they call it. And then as the train moves and starts losing little heavy carts, because you're going through life and you're learning and you're like examining and saying, oh, I really don't need this anymore. Let me get rid of that little cart. All of a sudden that train starts getting lighter, right? As it pushes through. Well, that's what happens. You begin to graduate, or you begin to move towards away from human condition to actually return to spirit or source or the creator or creation. The goal has always been to get as light as possible right? Not light in color or light in like light. It's not only that, it's light without anything that weighs, okay? But it's along with light as far as like sunshine light, right? Okay. The idea is to merge our souls back to the creator. Every time someone passes and changes from their physical body into their light body, right? I always say they're home because that's where we go. So activation of our light body, but first we have to understand it. You just can't get an activation to get an activation. Okay, it doesn't work that way. You have to understand and be consciously aware and work even subconsciously in order to maintain the light body, because that is what it's going to get us to that point where our soul merges with creation, where we are back home. But we can't do it. It does not happen unless we have actually lightened that load and live from our soul and live in that equation and that formula of love that gets us there. When we have let go of everything that we don't need in the physical, all right? We don't need anger. We don't need envy. We don't need ego. We don't need materialistic things that keep us grounded in that frequency. Okay. There are so many traditions that have come from, as far as we've been able to obtain information, like written information or word of mouth, which gets watered down a lot. Where everybody, even who knows how far back, they knew that everything was energy. They knew it, right? These people knew, these civilizations knew, okay? They knew about molecules. They may not have called it molecules, but they knew about molecules. We call it now molecules because somebody came up with that name, right? So of course we're going to be taught in school, conditioned to say, oh, it's molecules, okay? Billions, and it's the truth, billions and trillions and quadrillion of molecules act as their own universe. This is true. They have their own cosmos. They have their own universe. When you really get down to the nitty-gritty of science, you understand that this is true. And they knew that before you knew that, as you were awakening. Now, if you believe that everything in this world is just physical, wake up. Because it's not. It isn't. Nothing in this world is just physical. It's just this beautiful compilation, this beautiful dance, right? The beautiful dance, a beautiful get together of all kinds of energy, not only our energy, but other energies and other energies, all kinds of energies. And they're all doing this beautiful dance. And while they are doing this beautiful dance, they're moving energy. And when you move energy fast enough, you do what? What happens when you move energy fast enough? Now, going back to science. Remember why they separated science from spirituality? So that you didn't have everything. to connect the dots and make things happen. Okay? So what happens when you have a group of constantly moving energy in a given space? You create matter. Matter happens. Matter happens. So our job is to learn how to use that, right? But the only ones that had access to that were shamans and sages and wizards, right? Because, oh my God, they had their book and they could never allow anybody else to read and learn this. Now we know. Now the jig is up, right? Now it isn't that we're like this anymore, or like this, or like this. We're not there anymore. We are truly evolving. And it's because this whole entire energy culmination of intelligence is saying, dude, how much longer are we going to have to continue doing this? This particular group of people need to ascend. These bodies of matter need to ascend. And this is what's happening now. And it's happening whether we like it or not. Okay? It's as simple as it is. We have what we call a human energy field. We have a human energy field all around us. Oh, I just saw someone that came in. Hi. Hi, Elizabeth. Yes, this is live in another platform. So we have a human energy field. Okay, so let's think about the mighty onion or the lotus that has so many layers, right? We have an etheric body. We have a mental body. We have an astral body, and we have an emotional body. These bodies make up the light body. I will reiterate, we have the etheric body, we have an astral body, we have an emotional body, we have a mental body. Those are all pieces of the light body. And everybody's got a light body. Everybody, everyone that's been created, creation has given you a light body. That is yours. Now, what happens outside of the light body? Well, what we have learned that happens outside of the light body is you obtain such a much higher frequency opportunity and energy. But we're talking here right now, right? So let's look at an electrical impulse. Maybe I don't have to draw anything. When you get an electrical impulse, right? Science has been able to actually detect energetic bodies separate from the physical body. What are you talking about, Mary? Okay. Auric photography that takes pictures of your aura. Kirlian photography, Kirlian photography. Look it up. It's in the Reiki 1 book, in the spiritual development course that I have in the group. These are mechanisms. This is technology that uses electricity to actually obtain or take pictures of these other bodies, right? These are the bodies beyond the light body, beyond the physical body, right? It is no surprise to anyone that shamans and very gifted, high vibrating healers, healing channelers, because we're not healers, we channel healing. This is where we work in this field, this type of fields. Okay, we work in these types of fields. All right. Now, here's where we want to sit down, and we got to understand that the light body, again, the light body is where we ultimately want to feed. Okay. All right. So here, let me lower my hand. I don't know why my hand always comes up. Let's talk about then the Merkaba or Merkaba. Some people call it that. Merkaba or Merkaba is considered an Egyptian or sacred geometry symbol. All right. And it's three words: Mer, Ka, and Ba. All right. Mer, not mermaid. Mer is light. Ka is soul. Ba is body. Ba, body. Okay. How people have explained it, it's the little wagon of the soul. In different literature, they call it the chariot. Okay. But regardless what it's called, I call it the little wagon. It has to be activated in order to achieve ascension. So a Merkaba activation, okay, because I'm going to add it, of the light soul body needs to happen in order to achieve ascension, right? All right. There is a guy that I don't know how to say his name. Drunvalo, that I got. Let me see if I can find his name. I'll probably spell it wrong. And I should have been prepared for that. I'm so sorry. Melchizedek, whatever, has always been very extensive in what he has taught about the actual activation to achieve ascension using the Merkaba. And he put together, if I'm not mistaken, a series of breath work with extensive visualization, okay, that actually works to activate the light body as sacred geometry around the actual physical body. Can you imagine how incredible that is? That you're able to use breath work and visualization. And not only that, to actually activate your light body as sacred geometry around your physical body. We're going to do that. You can do that. Okay. So before we continue, I want to talk really quickly about the rainbow body. And the rainbow body is so important for you to know, because us in the shamanic population, we work with the rainbow body, right? And the rainbow body happens once the light body is activated. Okay. What has to happen in order for that to be achieved? Well, we need to live in absolute love. Man, oh man, oh man, is that hard? It's just hard because we have to elevate the light body to the rainbow state, but we can't do that until we are at a constant frequency of unconditional love. We can't do that until we live in a constant frequency of unconditional love. I even find myself every once in a while going, "Eh." Just the fact that I catch myself, I'm like, no, no. And it's important. It's more important to catch yourself and fix it, because after you've done that 32 times in your lifetime for this one particular thing that you're judging, guess what? You get it. You get it. It takes the human mind approximately 32 times to repeat something to get it right. And I think the older you get, the longer it takes. But nonetheless. So once the light body has been activated, here comes, because the light body is going to get activated, but then here comes the work. Are you ready to do this work? You got to, I mean, if you're going to start this journey, you got to be very honest with yourself. You have to be the first one to get yourself into that unconditional love impulse and understanding, and get yourself ready to accept this, accept it in the beginning, from the beginning, and understand that you're going to go through a few steps and you're going to find yourself doing things that don't help you with a constant frequency of unconditional love, but then you're able to fix it. Are you ready to do that work? It's hard work, dude. This is hard work, but this is how you get to where we want to get to, which is connecting with a creator frequency, being part of the creator, because this is how the creator lives day in and day out, and we are co-creators. So we have been told and expected never to get there. And here is the way we do it. So there's a lot of changes that are going to go through you in order to get yourself to that part. Because we have to heal every single wound. We have to purify every single thought. And we have to have been able to release every single grain of judgment, not only for ourselves, but for everyone around us and people that we don't even know. We cannot even judge those in the past for what they did. Mary, what are you saying? What is Mary saying? We cannot even judge those that have created this mess in the first place, because there was a reason. Hold on, just hold on to that for a little bit. When we have done that work, then the rainbow body is going to ignite. Turn on, right? Right? Then there is just no other way to go. There's no other place to go. Okay? Other than to fall into that vibration, because that is when we are ready to achieve ascension. That is the path of the shaman. That's why we all have a little shaman inside of us. It is part of us. That's why we carry it in our DNA. No matter where you came from, there was a shaman. Okay. Where do we see this? Who were our teachers? Who were our teachers that, and this is based on the information that we got, okay, that we've been able to uncover based on what we've been able to technologically work with and uncover. Well, there's Jesus, but there's Buddha as well. Are they both one and the same? I don't know. I have a feeling we're all the same. We're all one. We just come in different ways to different people. But they ascended in that same form. They came here as humans, and then they became like gods. How did they do that? Well, they went through their light body and they went into their rainbow body status. Then they showed us the way to accomplish this particular frequency that we are supposed to have. Now, these are both masters. Everybody calls them masters. These are both masters, right? But what did they do? They shed light. They turn on the light of the path we need to follow. That's all they did. Really, what they did was they opened up our understanding of what ascension is, what a light body is, what a rainbow body is, what is unconditional love. All right. And it is in their teachings. They came here as human to show us, look, dude, we did it. It wasn't easy, but we did it. And we went back to the creator. Duh. Okay. Once the Merkaba is activated, right? And then our most highest frequency fields of our light body is obtained and achieved, what happens is we begin to illuminate the rainbow body through loving thoughts, frequencies that are always up there. We're actually feeding and giving light to the rainbow body. We are like giving it the energy that it needs, right? Well, this energy is a luminous vibration or frequency or energy. And this is how we touch the understanding, touch the thought process, touch the actual energy of source. When we are in that co-creator vibration, this is the given, whatever we wish gets created. This is the true meaning of immortality, as it has always been promised, no matter what faith it is. Relevance, the law of relevance, is here to play. Okay? When we get to ascension, when we now get to that ascended fashion, this is where we are in full cosmic consciousness. This is where the galactic shaman or the cosmic shaman comes to be. The rainbow body is, that we know at this point, is the highest level of the light body. And that Merkaba must first be activated in order for us to be able to hold on to those frequencies or vibrations if we want to ascend. Here is your moment where do you want to ascend? Yes or no. If it's yes, then you better hold on tight because a lot of changes are going to come. Okay. Roald Dahl, D-A-H-L, Roald Dahl. He wrote, let me look for it. If you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look lovely. Everybody has known someone that when they see them and they see their faces, it's like, oh my God. It's like, if I've known you forever, I feel so peaceful with you. I feel so wonderful with you. Why is it that I feel so inspired? I feel like I can do anything. I get that all the time. And I'm sure that you know someone, if it's not you, that makes you feel that way. Well, that it has nothing to do with being purty. As you can see, I could always have my hair done, but I don't, right? This is what you get. This is what you get, right? Sometimes you'll see me with my hair done or makeup or whatever if I'm going to have something else. But lately, usually this is what it is because this is not me. Okay? But has nothing to do with looking pretty or for charisma or because I just look nice or smell nice. It has to do with your direct it's not experience, it's your direct connection of a highly activated light body. Okay. Now you could be in a light body. You can have a light body and something happens. This is very important. Something happens and it just brings you down because you are still what? You're still human. It isn't that the light body goes away. The light body is waiting for you to pick up the pieces, all right, with love and understanding, grace and joy, so that you can come back into that vibration and continue moving forward. Because for us here in this physical body, the light body, the universe knows that there are trials and tribulations, but they are willing to wait and not take away any of the knowledge and consciousness of your light body ascension. It's very important that you understand that, okay? Now, your body knows when there's a person that is close to a light body or already has a light body or rainbow body. Your own body knows that. You have this little thing on your solar plexus that tells you, don't get close to that one, or let's talk to this person, right? You know that. You already know that. You've known this for years. What is beautiful is how your body makes you feel as part of the reaction. You feel lightheaded. You can feel lightheaded. You can have a headache. It's hard for you to focus on anything at that moment and afterwards as well, for a while, okay? Because you're like receiving all this beautiful light and energy and frequencies, right? It can go as far as filling your mind, your spirit, and even your vision I get that a lot with my eyes. I get that a lot. The beauty of being with like-minded people, in other words, light-minded people, is that it rubs off on you. So you're able to receive this light, which turns into love, which turns into possibility of endless possibilities of healing, right? Just because you're close to that person. Jesus, walking down the street, this person just, all he did was want to touch the robe because that's all he can get to, right? What was Jesus? A light body, a rainbow body. He's an ascended master. He was already there. Yet this person already knew that all he needed to do was touch his clothes and he was going to be healed. This is not any different, dude. This is not any different. So yes, get closer to these types of beings. And there's more than just human beings. You know that. And I'm going to get slack. But I don't care anymore. Animals. Animals are light beings. And there are light beings that we don't all see, but they're there. Get close to them. When we get close to them, we get activated ourselves. There's more than one activation, guys. You can get reactivated and activated and activated till you get it, until you are there in that rainbow body, right? What'll happen is every time you get an activation, you get to experience a much higher spiritual alignment. And when we are, and we start seeing that, oh my God, every time I'm closer to like and light-minded people, I'm getting a bonus. When you start understanding that, you understand that you can master that as well. How utterly incredible is that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I want you to understand this part because it's really, really important. Activation of a light body. To activate a light body, yeah, we got spiritual people that know how to do it. But are those the people that you need? Are those the only people that you know that can activate a light body? No. The Creator's intention was to gift the light body activation in everyone who wishes to receive it. Whether you go to a master, whether you go to an activation person, whatever you want. That's up to you. Can you do it on your own? Yeah, you can. But you want to do it right from the get-go. We're going to go to the next part, which is how important a light body is. In just a few seconds, I'm going to get something to drink and I shall return. Okay, so got my water. So why is it so important to achieve a light body. Why wouldn't you want to? Right? Why wouldn't you want to? It's all good. It is all good. The light body and what we learn about the light body is so crucial at this particular and extraordinary time in humanity's narrative, current narrative, right now, what's happening everywhere to humanity, us here, right now, this, right? Because this particular teaching tells us and reminds us and teaches us and proves to us beyond a shadow of a doubt. And if you're doubting, it's because you have a lot of work to do. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. You know, I don't like sugarcoating things. We are more than a physical body. We're not sinners. We're not haters. No, we're conditioned to follow that role when we have been conditioned that that's what we are. But if you were told the truth from the beginning, no matter what faith you're in, that you are sacred, that you are a co-creator, that you are here to help ascend this body and allow this part of humanity to understand what so many people have stopped it to understand, then you're going to know what it is that we do, why we do it, when we do it, how we do it, and why it hasn't been done before. Now, we are a manifestation of perfection. Okay? We just don't believe it. We don't, because we've been told otherwise. And we've been acting the way that we've been told that we needed to act because we were not perfect. That's okay. Because it is here where we understand that it's going to take a long time for us to change, but we got to start somewhere, right? Here is where we start understanding that the universe is not what we thought it was, that it's so much bigger, it's so infinite, right? Infinite. And that we're not limited in this bodysuit whatsoever, because we have a light body, we have a rainbow body. What we teach this body is to accept and to work a certain way that allows your light body to continue to grow, and that allows this body the continued possibility to love unconditionally. When these come together and they work in unison, symbiotic nature, that makes all the difference in the world, right? But this conditioning, because again, we cannot, well, we should not hold anger and hate from the past. Why is it that we have gone through so much? I don't care your color, I don't care your faith, I don't care where you came from. What I care about, why has the body, the physical body, sorry, tucking my foot in. Why has the physical body in the past gone through so much? Why have all these bad things happened? Why? Right? And why do we continue having anger? Why do we want people to pay for something that happened back then when here we are in the present with a brand new opportunity to understand that this is not going to happen again. How do we stop things from happening again? Create a light body. Change the narrative. Change the narrative. If I get a group of people and make them grow up, I would never do. As children, growing up, me telling them, which is what has happened, that you're sinners and you don't deserve anything. These prayers that I keep hearing, dear Lord, while I know that I don't deserve, not judging, but correcting. How dare you tell your creator that you don't deserve something he created? Excuse me? You get a bunch of people and you tell these people, you are all sinners, you don't deserve to live, you all are going to be killers and murderers and all this. These people are going to grow up believing this because this narrative is what they've been given to work with, fully knowing the person that gave them that condition they can control. They're going to grow up as such. This is where that beautiful saying that oh my God, it used to irritate me like when I was a girl, little girl, but when I was a little girl, my grandma and my mom used to come and says, careful who you hang out with, honey. Tell me who you hang with and I'll tell you who you are. Oh my freaking God, did I hate that. Now I know why I did. It did not jive with me. I hung out with anybody I felt needed someone to talk to. Then yeah, like everything else, they would go away when they got what they needed, and that's it. That's it. I knew that that's how it was. But it is so true. Tell me who you hang around with, and I'll tell you who you are. Hang around high vibrations, because it will change your life. Hang around with people that know they are co-creators. You will be touched. Hang around people that know their light bodies, that know what the truth really is. Let that truth open your eyes. And then people will want to hang around with you. Okay, and the right people will come to you, and the people that need help will also come to you. But because you have all this love and you have all this knowledge, you'll be able to help. So imagine how wonderful it is. And this is where I say this non-disclosure that we have, that we are now understanding as a non-disclosure. We understand now, the knowledge is coming in, that humanity was not ready for advancement as what we know now. And what we feel was hidden from us, it wasn't. We were just not ready to achieve ascension. We still had too much to work through. So one of the biggest and the highest vibrational moments that you're going to achieve is when you finally back away from that blame game, when you move away from that darkness, from that judgment, from that place of anger and dishonesty, because you're being dishonest to yourself, because you are not willing to move forward and ascend the true nature of your ancestors, which is to want to ascend themselves and see their fruit ascend themselves, then we are paying homage and saying thank you for going through with what you went through. I'm so sorry, but this is where the hurt ends. Oh, I'm not going to forget, but I'm not blaming, because we needed to be here now in order for me to release you, my ancestors, from these frequencies, because then your ancestors will be able to move on. As long as there is something holding them, and how dare you hold your ancestors with that cord of guilt. I'm sorry, I know I'm going to get so much slack, but I can't, it can't be kept any longer. As long as you keep holding your ancestors hostage with your anger, with your hate, with your inability to hold unconditional love, understanding that this is not who we truly are, the less you and the rest of humanity can ascend. How can things change if you are not able to be part of that change? And how dare you continue to hold ancestors responsible for what you have been conditioned to believe? Do not take me wrong. Things happened. Were they good? No, they were not. But we're in a different place. And in order to ascend, there's much work ahead of us. But it starts with you. When you understand that humans were not, or humanity was not available at that time to achieve ascension, then we start seeing, oh. And I want to reiterate humanity. I'm not saying any race, any ethnicity. I'm not saying any of that. That doesn't matter. That is nothing. That is just a way to cause separation. Because even that does not exist unless we continue fueling that fire. When we back off and we sit back and we understand what the fact is, and the fact that holding on to that suppression held on retained power for those that need and want to use it against us. And I'm saying all of humanity. We are giving power to those that want to use that. Open your eyes. See what's really going on. Open your eyes, open your heart, and bring in that energy. Become that light body. Allow that light communication to come to you, to teach you, to give you what it is that you need as far as knowledge and understanding. By continuing this blame game, we continue to give the wrong people the power to continue to hurt us. Right? That's very, very important. Let me bring my mic over here because this is telling me that I need my mic. All right. So if you get that, if you put it together, we're at a place right now that humanity is trying to catch up. Okay? So here's where you see more and more and more and more consciousness, right? Getting into a more of a spiritual drama, but also a physical drama, right? They are coming out with, oh, we need to go back to ancient history, ancient teachings. We need, oh, I love this one. We need transparency in everything. You can see me in front of you, right? Okay. This is where something that was so hard to manifest, now with a few clicks on our phones, we're able to reach masses. Let that be the message that you're conveying. Let it be. You're going to get slack, just like I'm going to get slack for this. I know I'm going to get slack. I don't really care anymore because we're nearing an end point. Mhm. The fact of the matter is that humanity has very much evolved. And right now, we are able to actually teach the teachers, because we're not only getting information from ancient times, scrolls and books and you name it, channelings, we're getting teachings from the future, from otherworldly beings, because they are here to help us. Let's have a little piece of lip. Okay. So we have these things called initiations. Everybody's gone through an initiation of some kind, right? The human mind needs ritual to make it real. We understand that. So that's why rituals back then worked. Well, it still does. Right? Because it prepares not only the body, but the mind, the spirit, and everything around it. Right? And then here comes light body teaching. Right? We know that now, but it wasn't available back then. There is a reason. There was a lot we had to go through because we weren't catching up. Right? So that is why one of the biggest things that you can help yourself in, take a course. Get yourself to understand who you are spiritually, what you can do spiritually in this world and in other worlds, in other realities, in other narratives. Get yourself where you need to be. Because if you don't, then it's going to take you longer. Why do this to yourself? Why, when it's all there? Because you have been told, beware of false prophet. It was added there for that reason. So you don't go to anyone else other than Your faith. Or what if your faith was the false prophet? So you have to use your intuition. You have to use what God gave you, what the Creator built inside of you, so that you can get next to a person and say, oh my God, I feel so good with her. Yes, you know what? I want to continue this class. Yes, you want to continue the class because you're getting better when you do. Why not? There are specific teachers in this lifetime, in your lifetime. It's like this little boat. Okay. The little story of of this little old man, um, that he climbed up on top of his little house on the rooftop because it was in the middle of the deluge, and the water kept going up, the great flood. The water kept going up, and then, little boats would pass by. Go, hey, little old man, come down. Swim down to the boat. I came to rescue you. The old man would say, oh, no, no, it's okay. The Creator, the Lord will save me. Okay, out went the boat. Well, he did that like about 5 or 6 times. At the 7th time, he's up in heaven, waiting to see his Creator. Goes up and says, Maker, my Maker, you have forsaken me. You never came to save me. Because he was taught a different way, right? Oh, the Creator will come and get you. The Creator stood up and goes, are you kidding me, dude? Do you know how many little boats I sent to get you? 7. What the hell? Why didn't you take a boat? That's what teachers in this realm for spirituality and shamanism are for. We are those people on those boats. Pick one. And you're going to have many different ones. But pick one. Pick one and learn. And when you don't learn anything more from that one, go to the next one. Or just take courses. If you don't take them with me, take them with someone. I don't care who you take it with. Take it with someone. What it is that you need, you will find if you seek with a beautiful light heart. You will be taken to it. That's all it is. Okay? So, how to activate the light body? And I'm sorry that I'm taking so long. Oh God, I'm already at an hour, but this is long. How to activate your light body? Remember how I said that your light body is this little train, right? And what it does is it helps you experience your godlike state, right? And when you allow yourself to experience that co-creator state, it's one of the best gifts that you can give yourself, because we first have to love who? Ourselves. You got to understand that it is expected that you fall off your path. That's why you were given a path to begin with. Okay? Work and live from inside your soul. It is the best place where your soul works out of truth and integrity. And every time you step out of your path, understand that you always have a way back in. You just have to go back to your soul. The best way to get through it, ascension or back into the ascension path, is by always fixing your frequencies, making sure that you don't fall off. And when you do, understand that your Creator has so much love for you that He gives you always a way to get back on your path. You need to live with high vibrations every single day of your life. You need to decalcify your pineal gland. This is the only way that you can achieve higher states of awareness. Okay, let me write that as something that we can add to the end of this. Now, when you decalcify your pineal gland, why? Because it lets you reach much higher states of awareness. Fluoride has been known to shut down the pineal gland. Okay? And why? Because it causes suppression. Suppression. So be conscious about what you do with fluoride. Maybe in the near future, we're going to find other ways that we can help ourselves with that. Food. Oh my God. Please bless your food. Bless your food every single day with the highest of vibrations. When we eat foods, it carries memories, plants, animals, they carry memories. All right. Know where your meal came from, or each part, how they were treated, how they were prepared. Shamans understand that they will not eat an animal, if they eat animals that have been cruelly taken care of and treated. Okay. The way that the animal was raised and sustained means a lot, because if you eat meat, you need to understand that. Okay. But bless your food. Ask that your particular vibration is shared to serve you in the reality that you are at that point, or in this point. Every time you take a breath out and in, you're praying. It's a prayer. Because when we breathe in, we're breathing in the universe. Once you understand what we're breathing in is intelligent, how does our heart continue to live? What is it that we do not stop doing that our heart continues to move in our brain? Breathing. What are we breathing? We're breathing air, yes, but we're breathing what? We're breathing science. We're breathing atoms and molecules and all those beautiful things that are alive and intelligent, keeping us alive. When God made man, the first thing that he did was give him the breath of life. Yes. Connect to the universe. Be grateful for every little thing. For the little ant that's trying to get to your food on your plate. Grab that little ant, put it outside, give it a better chance to live. Move it from your home, but give it a chance to live. Okay? Meditation, to bring in a little bit of stillness, calmness. Your heart, your organs, they will all get massaged with breath work and meditation, and they will thank you for it. They'll be very grateful back. The music that you hear, you got a million YouTube songs out there, just use them. Okay, those that are higher in frequencies. What should you be listening to? Binaural beats. No question about it. But then be very grateful and very conscious of what you are thinking and meditating on when you hear them. If you're having feelings that your energy is like stuck, put some heavy metal, good heavy metal that breaks things up, or get yourself a rattle. Move the energy out. Guys, it's very simple. And this is basic shamanism 101. Feather, rattle. The rattle is used to disperse energy. Okay, simple. Laughter. I don't need to tell you. If you have to tickle yourself, girl, you go on ahead and you tickle yourself. Ha ha ha. Laughter. You need to laugh. Go out in nature. How many people tell you that 24/7? Go out in nature. You need vitamin D. Vitamin D will remove the funk. Vitamin D will stimulate the pineal gland chakra. Tapping your thymus gland. This was your original third eye. But because we have been living the way that we live, it had to reemerge here. But if you tap these two fingers, take a deep breath and hold it, and you let it go, you're going to feel all this expanding and releasing so much tension and energy. Do it. Just do it. Do it 3, 4, 5 times a day. Get sunshine, please. Along with that, you can sit in front of in your chair, look up and get some early morning sunshine, or late in the evening sunshine, and late in the afternoon. Open up your hand, give yourself some tapping in your thymus gland, and tell yourself, I am where I want to be, and I am going to be even better tomorrow. And you will receive. Stop the dishonesty. Stop the addictions. Stop from anything and everything that will distract you. Alcohol, drugs, please. People will tell you that they're taking drugs so they can get the messages that they need to. I am going to call bullshit on that one. If you need a drug or alcohol to get you into a state of being in the spiritual realm, you are not being truthful. You are not going there. You're going elsewhere. And I am telling you now, you do not need those, because you have a direct connection to creation, all of creation. If you feel that you need to take any drugs or alcohol, whatever stimulant it is that you need to do in order to sit down and talk to God, newsflash, you're not talking to God. And I don't care. I don't care at this point if you believe me or you don't. And I don't care about the wrath that I'm going to receive. It will harm your body. If it harms your body, you are not working towards ascension or receiving your light body. Anything that hurts your body is hurting your passage to ascension. And I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for that. I'm sorry. It is the way that it is. Even in shamanism, we're no longer there. We don't need that. You don't. You can get into an honest trance with something as simple as drumming or rattle or meditation. And you're going to have the most perfect link and connection to what it is that you are looking for. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what other people will say. This is not the way anymore. We are past that. We are moving very fast. We may not see it, but we are moving very fast. So you have to be very honest. You've got to really, really, truly understand what your light body means to you, how you can hold that clarity, that love, that honesty, that integrity, and that truth. And understand that if you are true to your word and you speak with honesty and truth, and you are then able with clarity to clear your mind, you are then allowing more light to enter, and your aspirations for that light body won't suffer any setback. Okay, now I want you to sit back and get very, very comfortable. Take a deep breath in, hold it, breathe out. Let's take another breath in. I want you to soften your body as you breathe out. I want you to continue doing that. And I want you to envision this beautiful light right in the center of your head, right in the middle of your eyeballs. Go ahead. I want you to view this beautiful rotating light. And it gets bigger and bigger so that you don't have to worry about squinting or putting your glasses on. I want you to find the nearest pyramid. It could be sitting in Egypt or in one of your dimensions, in one of your lives. You can just construct a beautiful pyramid with the top right on top of your crown chakra, and then allow the lines to come down next to you and form that beautiful pyramid. Your hips are touching, the knees are touching the sides of your pyramid because you want that pyramid to be close and personal. Open up the roof of your home or wherever you are and envision the Star Nation right there, front and center, beaming those beautiful light beams from the cosmos all the way down to you. Watch. From far away, you see lightning. And that lightning crawls on the earth until it gets to you and lights up your pyramid with this wonderful energy. Allow your heart to fill at this point with different colors that are coming from the lightning on the floor into your pyramid and up your root chakra till it gets to your heart. And as this is happening with all different colors, take a breath in, hold it, and breathe out. You are safe. You're doing just fine. All your chakras are spiraling, giving out their colors, adding those rainbows to your heart chakra. And you feel from the heavens the Merkaba begin to descend and taking place with you in the center. Keep breathing in and out. When you feel all these elements in place, I want you to take your hand, both, put it in the front of you, and I want you to spin your pyramid first, clockwise. I then want you to turn the same way your Merkaba, spin it clockwise. And begin to feel the vibrations of these two clearing everything around you. Your light body has begun to activate. The Merkaba has begun its journey. And it is here where you're being asked, where is your honesty? Where is your truth? Where is your integrity? And you're being asked to take the hand of your creator. And as a co-creator, are you ready to take this path? You will not be judged if you're not, but you will, and expect it. But if you are, your creator has extended his hand with the highest vibrations and truth and integrity, because his soul wants to merge with your soul so that you can begin your soul journey, light body activation. It is here where your creator reminds you that what feeds your light body can only be love, and your creator is extending his love from his light body to yours. It is here where all internal spaces that need healing and affirmations now receive it. With your hands, pick it up, bring it to your heart, and then flow up to the front of your head and touch your head. Allow this healing and affirmation that has been created for you specifically to enter your body. Back down, grab from your heart chakra, and push down through all your chakras. Back to your heart chakra and back up to your crown. Take a deep breath. And back down to your heart chakra and take a deep breath. Round. Smooth out these energies. Allow yourself the opportunity to find yourself back where you came from. Take a deep breath one more time and open your eyes when you're ready. Welcome back.